So let's talk about a business story that really made some waves in the market recently, Royal Caribbean's absolutely fantastic earnings report. We're going to dive right into the numbers that got everyone so fired up.
And this is it. This is the number that turned everyone's head. The stock shot up over 18% in a single day. Now, when you see a jump that big, that fast, it tells you something huge is going on. Investors weren't just happy, they were blown away by the company's performance and, more importantly, its future.
Right, so what is the deal? What's really behind all this excitement? Well, it's not just one thing. It's this perfect storm of incredible results, a super smart strategy, and some really confident signals about what's coming next. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at that stellar report itself. Then, we'll unpack the absolutely record-shattering numbers from 2025. After that, we'll see how that momentum is actually speeding up into 2026, and we'll explore their long-term strategy, this vacation ecosystem idea. And finally, we'll take a balanced look at any potential bumps in the road ahead.
Okay, first up, let's start with the report that kicked this whole thing off. What was so special about it?
And here's the key thing, right? They didn't just meet expectations. They completely blew past them. This wasn't just a good quarter. No, this was the exclamation point on a truly fantastic year, and it has them setting the stage for even bigger things to come.
So, just how good was 2025 for them? Let's dig into the numbers because honestly, they are pretty staggering.
First up, a cool $18 billion in total revenue. That is a new record for the company, and it just goes to show you how incredibly strong the demand for their cruises has become. And how'd they get to that number? Well, by welcoming a record number of guests. A staggering 9.4 million people sailed with them last year. That is just an insane level of consumer demand. But it's not just about making more money. It's about being smarter with it. They saw a 33% jump year over year in adjusted earnings per share. And that shows they're not just getting bigger, they're getting way more efficient and a whole lot more profitable.
Okay, so 2025 was fantastic. But what really has Wall Street buzzing is that this isn't some one-off success story. This momentum isn't just continuing, it's actually picking up speed. I mean, just listen to this quote from the CEO, Jason Liberty. The company just had the best 7 booking weeks in its entire history. That's not just momentum, that is an explosion in demand. It's like a rocket ship taking off into 2026.
And all that booking demand, you can see it right here in their forecast for 2026. They're basically telling investors to expect huge growth in earnings, to get more money from every single passenger, and to grow their overall capacity. And, oh yeah, on top of all that, they're expecting to pull in over $7 billion in operating cash flow. These are some seriously confident signals they're sending.
And look, none of this is happening by chance. It's all part of a bigger, really deliberate long-term strategy. They're trying to do a whole lot more than just sell you a cruise.
They're basically building their future on 4 big ideas. 1, bringing in these amazing new Discovery-class ships. 2, jumping into the luxury river cruise game. 3, creating more of their own exclusive private island destinations. And 4, tying it all together with one unified loyalty program that keeps customers right there within their family of brands.
You see what they're doing here? They're building a whole vacation ecosystem. The idea is to stop selling you a vacation of a lifetime and start selling you a lifetime of vacations. They want to keep you coming back for more, whether that's on a giant ocean liner, a relaxing river cruise, or at one of their exclusive private spots.
And if you look at where their ships actually are, you can see this strategy in action. The Caribbean is the absolute center of their universe, with 57% of their fleet sailing there. That's no accident. It's the perfect place for them to build out all those private destinations that are so key to their plan.
All right, but let's be real here. It's not all smooth sailing. To get the complete picture, we've got to talk about some of the challenges they're up against too. So on one hand, you have these incredible tailwinds pushing them forward, record bookings, crazy consumer demand. But on the other side, you've got some pretty serious headwinds. Operating costs are going up, they're expecting to spend over $1 billion just on fuel, and then there are new environmental regulations coming out of the European Union that add a whole new layer of cost and complexity to everything.
So what's the plan to navigate through all that? Well, it all circles right back to this core vision. Royal Caribbean is making a huge bet that by creating this lifetime of vacations, they can build such strong brand loyalty and pricing power that they can overcome those rising costs and just keep on growing.
And that leaves us with this final massive question. See, they're not just competing in the cruise ship sandbox anymore. They are taking aim at the entire $2 trillion global vacation market. As they build out this incredibly powerful all-in-one ecosystem, just how big of a slice of that massive pie can they actually carve out for themselves? It's going to be fascinating to watch.